The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, let's take a look at some of these markets today. We've had really good volatility here. Double check everybody that I'm coming in okay and they can see my charts that I've got up here. Well, I don't have them up here yet, but I will in just a moment. Hold on just a second. We'll get this out of the way, and then I will be ready to go here. First thing I wanted to go through and show you, we've had some really good swings here in some of these things. In the NASDAQ this morning, if you believe in some of these numbers that we talk about all the time, you can see here this morning's low in the NASDAQ. Look at this. This is really an incredible low. We went from a low on the 23rd. Okay, I think I'm showing the chart now. I hope I am. Tell me that I am, please. Let me know in that Skype message if it's coming up or not. I can't see any message on that, so I'm showing same show. All right, I'm going to try it again. Hold on, just a second here. It's trying to. When you work with me, it's trying to teach a monkey how to do. Hold on, now I'm going to come up here and get this screen and click that one, and hit this go live. And I think we're up and running here. Let's see, it should be there now. Let's try it now. It should be right there. Maybe we got it. I don't know. I've got so many things popping up here. I don't know which one of these messages. Wow. This is really not okay, good. All right, let's get back up here. Okay, here's where we are here. There's where our low was this morning. You see we ran up, made a 78% retracement, then backed off to another 382 pattern. So we're having a lot of volatility all across the markets here, which we should be, because we had a wild day the other day on the Monday, of course, and the Tuesday was still strong, and then we had the holiday, and now here we are Thursday. The market's still up here, moving into these high zones right now. We've had a couple of really good things happen to us here, folks, from some of the positions that we have on here. Look at our position in the meal. We bought the meal down here at 288. And look at this, folks. This is a huge move here in meal, and it looks like it's ready to start expanding, because this little tiny move here was just a 382. So we could get a move all the way up to here, but this is well over $2,500 for a $500 risk. So that's a 5-to-1 bagger. So we're hanging in there. We moved our stop down here to 303. That locks in a good 1,500. So we're certainly going to keep that if that's it, but right now it's moving a lot faster, so there's no reason to get out of it, because when meal starts, you can see here that it does move quite a bit. And look at this start that we've had on this one. That's better than this start. It's equal to that start, so this looks pretty good. The other one that we've done that's been really good to us has been the live cattle, and we have waited for a 382 to come in here, and you see we're a little above the 382 here today. Remember, we sold it up into here. That was a huge game, and now what we do is we mark this down, because if we get above the 50% level, which is right above where we are right now, then what we'll do, we'll get out of this at 190, and what that'll do is we'll take a loss on that one, giving us a net profit of 1,500 on the overall positions that we had from back in here. We really didn't have any indication down in here that I said if we took out that high, most probably we'll back off a little bit. There's where we took it out this morning, retried it again here, and so if we get stopped out, we had a nice run in it, and that's all we're going to look at. Also, if you take a look at this natural gas, folks, which has just been an absolute home run here, there's natural gas last night. You can see the ABCD pattern here last night, but look at this beautiful and an absolute incredible 382 pattern right in here, and down it came. What's so interesting about this? Well, let me get this up here so we can see it, because as it was going on, I was marking it off. There was a 382. Now, it went above it by $2. early in the night, and then it came down and made the ABCD, which was, it actually made $1,700. Folks, that's on a $2,800 margin. Now stop and think of something, folks. The S&P margin is 15,000, okay? To get 15,000, to get 50% of the margin on that, you'd have to get a move of $7,500 in the S&P, 150 handles. You see where the margin can really work in your favor? So that's what we're really trying to look at on some of these things, because they really do have some really good action, going on. The other one that people have been asking me about, I'll get it up here in just a second, has been the Treasury bonds, because they're looking weaker and weaker, folks. And I know you think that that's not going to be too much of effect on the stock market, but by golly, it is. And that's why, because money's got to go somewhere. And if the stocks stop going up, and where are they going to put the money? Look at this. On the last time we had a 50% retracement. All we've done now is made new lows on the move. We've taken out the lows from way back here. Looking at this on the long-term basis, we've really damaged this. See, we're already taking this out. We haven't taken this out yet. The Treasury notes almost have.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Okay, folks, here's the S&P cash the ETF, SPY. You notice we missed the 61% retracement here. We hit the 78% retracement here today, and just as we hit that, the S&P futures went to 6104. The high was 06, I think. It went to 6104. It doesn't mean very much. What I'm going to try to do here is go through each one of these indices because they're at such critical levels that it's very, very important. So the first one I want to take a look at here is the Russell. So let me come over here, get the Russell. Did something very unusual because it hit my price limit this morning, and that also was indicating that there was something going on with a potential move here to the upside. Now this is there's where we're here again. By golly, we're right there right now. So let's take a look at it. There's the hourly chart. There's the 382. See, we missed the 382. We hit it here, then we missed it here, and we just made it again today. Okay, we've hit it 1, 2, 3 times right here at 25.95. That's where it is. The high has been 25.96, and it just hit 25.96. So it's interesting that we get above here. This has got a chance to complete another move up here to the 50% level. Now, Russell 2000, is a much smaller index than the S&P 500, of course. But let's get up here and take a quick look over here, what is going on with the big daddy rabbit that runs the whole thing, and that is let me get these charts straightened up here. Oh, I got that taken care of. I got to do it with this way. 1 second, get put the cascade up so I can see it quickly. I want to get the NASDAQ up because the NASDAQ has been the one that's been leading both up and down. And you can see I talked about this just a little while ago. The low that we made here was exactly 382, and you can see we rallied up to the 78% level. Then we backed off again. That was an hourly chart. You probably go to a smaller time frame, and you're going to see what it was doing the same thing, a little below the 382, but very, very close. Let's just draw it right in. Oh, hit exact 50% is what it did. And now we're just moving around back and forth. So we're looking at the Russell. We're going to look now at the Dow Jones. Now, yesterday on the Dow Jones was very important because on the Dow Jones chart, this was as of New Year's Eve, okay, Christmas Eve, sorry about that one. Anyway, this was the high here. We took out the previous day's high here by 1 tick, and today we were down about 150 points, opening right on the opening, and boy, off it went to the races, rallying about 200 points. And hold on, I think that's my Russell beeping all the time now, and that's exactly what it's doing. Hold on, let me turn that thing off. That's what happens when you have a limited minder. They're going to tell you that you're above it, so that's an important thing, the fact that we are above that. That actually, as we're looking at it, let's just look at this real close. Not that I'm a stickler for details, which sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. We do have an ABCD pattern, but it's already gone above the ABCD level. Let's just see how far it went above it. Oh, it went considerably above it. Looks like we're going to make the 127 on that, and we'll see if that's it. It's my opinion, folks. Yeah, there's your 127 up into this area right here. But the fact that we did get above it now, and we've been there for about an hour. It's been above the 382. That's the first time it's been able to do that in quite a while. So let's get back, and we've already talked about the S&P. We've already talked about the NASDAQ. Now let's get back and take a look at the YM. Okay, now this was the YM. This was the early morning movement here. As you can see, we had a pullback here right on the opening. There's your opening pullback right here. Then you went up, had a pretty good run here of about 300 Dow points. But if we look at this on a little bit longer time frame, we're going to go to a 13-minute now so we can see these other moves right here. And what's so interesting here is you see we had this run here from 42.29. We've rallied 900 points, folks, in 3 days. That's a huge rally. This market is a bit overbought, but as you can see here, this morning there was an early morning move right here. It did not make the 382 to the downside. That was the first sign that wow, because then as soon as you got it up to here, it looked like it was ready to go, and then it certainly did. And then we had the next one that came in right there, and I believe that pullback was almost exactly off the low of the day. looks like it was just about exactly 382. So it still look like it's got power here. So there's no reason to think that it couldn't possibly go higher. And that's why you want to keep a close eye on these things, because you're not there to lose money, and that's the main thing to pay attention to. Okay, now I have to talk about Apple, because it's made another new high. There's another reason to tell you that no one is afraid of the market at all. And why should they be? It goes up every day, and here it is again. Apple up again. There was another gap up, and we're still going higher. And we've had a high of 260, and we had a tiny little ABCD here back on the 20th. And I mean tiny, but it's only, what, $12? Well, that was the day we had the big break, but boy, Apple didn't get the message, did it? There's your ABCD there. In Apple, it missed it by about $1, but still going higher. So that's what we're watching here with the Apple. And we've also been asked to take a look at Vice President Tesla. Oh, wait a minute. He's not the Vice President. He's got some other job there. Let me get this up here. Once I did that with tongue in cheek, and I usually bite my tongue when I do something like that. So bear with me here, folks. TSL, Tesla is right there. I'm sure it's still going up. It never stops going. Oh, it's actually had a downtick here. So far, today's high has been the 61% retracement off of this. So it's, still going up. That's another one that looks, very, very interesting too. But I don't trade stocks, so we'll get rid of that, and we'll move this out of the way here. And I've got to cover the foreign exchange. But folks, there's trouble out there in River City in that bond market. Let me tell you, folks, that is not a very, very pretty picture in the bond market. I've already brought that up, but let me bring the notes up, because the notes are where the real, that's where your credit cards comes from, your mortgages, all that other stuff. And it looks even worse on the note. In other words, they're dropping interest rates, but the market's not dropping interest rates. Do you see the big difference? When that happens, it means they're expecting some inflation to come in here. Now, we did make a lower low here today than yesterday by just a little bit, right in here. I said there's a possibility of doing that, and which has happened. And also, we were watching, I did this on the video last night, really early this morning, to expect a slightly lower low, which we did get this. Now, the bonds made that number, this number right here, but the notes did not. That could be a positive sign here. They rallied a little bit. As a matter of fact, the bonds have rallied a little bit too, which is a sign that maybe they're getting a little bit of support in here. But this is a bearish market, folks. If they resurrect this one, I'll be the most surprised person on the planet. But like I say, I'm never wrong, but always wrong. Almost something. Often wrong, but never in doubt. All right, let's get that out of the way here. We got to take a break here. I think we've got a commercial here to pay for. Given my mumbling words, I probably won't get paid for it. Well, anyway, we got 48 seconds left, so I've got to figure out one other one to look at that I think is really important to watch. Well, I'll tell you what it is, folks. It's this one right here. This is Bitcoin. There's a perfect head and shoulders pattern. There's your left shoulder. There's your head. There's your right shoulder. It came in right there. That's the number right there. It was a number we were waiting for. That's the ABCD on this. I had to draw it myself because I don't trade it to look at it. But now we're trading down here, just below 95. So it's already dropped $5,000. So we'll see what happens with that one. All right, we'll take a break here. 877-927-6648.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97, and with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Levels, you could still get a $1 credit at $2.25.
Okay, folks, this is a chart of Palantir back on August the 5th when we had the big low in the stock market, if you remember, the first pretty good low. This is where John Jameson was recommending buying Palantir down here at $22 a share. John is now out of this. So if you happen to be in it, he doesn't get on his Substack as often as he'd like, but he said to mention that he's now out of that. At the worst situation, you could put your stop at 75, but he thinks that this is probably it for this particular run in the stock. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. He's a pretty smart guy, and he did want to let us know, what he was looking at this particular time with that. Okay, now let's move over, and we're going to take a quick look at something that someone just asked me to look about, and let's just get this up here, because I mentioned the fact on this cash market right here. I want to show you the importance of this, because this is the real market, folks. This is the real money. It's not the crazies that we have in the futures market, but this is actual numbers. So this is really important. Now, if we close above here, we could actually get up to this level. I do not believe we're going to make a new high, but we could, because it's the end of the year, and there's no reason. Every time this market is broken badly, what does it do? It comes back really strong. Look at the big move we had down here just a few days ago. We had one of the worst days, second worst day ever in the history of the S&P, and now it's already back above that level. That's not showing any bearishness yet. So you have to go to a smaller time frame to figure out where your best trades are, so you don't have to stand in front of those things and make a prediction that you have to stand by. That's what I try to do with the daily videos that I send out. Okay, let's move over here. And the question that someone asked me here was about the natural gas, and I brought this up because it was something that we were talking about last week. There was the big gap up on New Year's Eve. Then we came down. We had another move right here. But look at this move here, how perfect it was, folks. Beautiful 3-drive to a top pattern in just ABCD format, just right on the money. And this is such a great thing to trade. And the reason why, there's your ABCD right there. And then you complete the 3-drive right on the open. and you'll see you go back and you take out that high by just a tiny little bit. That's where the stops probably were, and then you'll see there's where you come down, you make a 382, and then boom, big down to the downside. And we completed a big ABCD down in here at 228, so it was not much of a problem. Even if you wanted to buy it, you haven't made any money, you're breaking even on that. I just basically suggested that this is probably where you want to take your position off, because $2,800 margin, $1,700 move, 50%. You don't see a 50% move in the S&P and the NASDAQ and all these others. This is great leverage. Another one that has super leverage that we were bringing to your attention in the video that I sent out was the crude oil. If I can just find it here, I think we'll be okay. Hold on. I'll have to go and do the cascade again because I got too many things to talk about here. And look, it is right there in front of us, right here. There's our picture we were looking at today, is to watch this high up in here. You matched this one, took this one out by just a little bit. And you see this over the last couple of days, what we did there. That was the key we were paying attention to, because at that point, you can see the ABCDs that are forming here. Now, this is an hourly chart, so you've got a lot of action. If we go down to 30-minute, you're going to see it even clearer. And that's what we're showing you right here. There was a move right here. Then you had the first pullback. I believe that was the first 382 here. Was that one right there? It misses it by 10 points. Then it goes up, and there's where it starts the topping process. You can see the 1.618 was up here at 70.82. We got to 77, and then it broke hard. But what do we have as our sleeve when we're using these things? We have a little tool called the 382. And all we do now is smaller time frame. Move this over a little bit, and you can see there's your high. And there's your high right here. And there's your low right there. And it misses it by 20 cents, folks. Just misses that 20. And we had a slight possibility of an ABCD, and we didn't get that, so there's not much you can do. But you can see it's been coming down, and there's not been much help through here the whole day. They're just, lower lows all the time. Lower lows, lower highs, it's still going lower. So let's look at it on a little bit longer time frame. So it doesn't look too bad on this chart right here. So let's move it over here back to the hourly so we can see it a little more clearly, because I still think this has got a chance. There's where we were. Okay, now the pullback that we're coming to is from the low right back here. We're already through the 382. See, it stopped here for a little bit, still going down. No ABCDs, no reason to even attempt to take a look to buy it. If you could possibly look at it here, but I like 618 better than like 50%, so I'd have to wait on that. Now, what we should do, and that's what we're going to do right now, we should look at the complex of that, which would be the next one we want to look at is gasoline. I cannot believe the price of gasoline here in Tucson, folks. I paid $2.49 for gasoline. I mean, I just was shocked that it was that, and hasn't that been low since Jimmy Carter was president. Okay, now there's the move we've had over the 3 days. We're going to look at it on the hourly. Looks like it was big, but actually it wasn't. So here's our gasoline going in right now. There's the ABCD to the upside on Christmas Eve. Okay, there was our high today right at the 786, and now you're coming down. That's it. I actually, had I been watching this one, I would have been short this one right here, because this made the ABCD, whereas the crude oil did not. Let's see if the heating oil did that. So that's why when watching that complex, you've got to watch them, because they're all part of that fracking business, and boy, that's a big business. So we need to go to HO, which is heating oil, and we'll get up here on the hourly chart. Yeah, boy, it has been bad. Whew. Let's see which one they're trying to pedal off of. This is the February. That cannot be right. Let me refresh this, because I don't think it's down that much. I think they've switched over the contracts, because it could be wrong, because this says February and it's still, yeah. Let's disregard this, because that's too much of a break in one day. That's 40 cents in gasoline. No, that's probably bad data. So what I have to do, and I don't want to do it now, I don't want to spend the time, but what I have to do is I go back to this level right here. That's natural gas. And that's natural gas. Larry, I'm trying to do heating oil and I got natural gas up there. What does it matter with me? Yeah, there's your problem. Look at heating oil. It is really going down, and there it is. Oh, dear, we got a chance here. Shut the front door. This might be great. Hold on just a minute. We made a lower low, and I'm staring at AB equals CD, and it's up from the bottom. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Missed this one. Son of a gun. Well, it came down to, it's supposed to be 319, and we got down to 320, so it missed it by half a cent. And now we've had a pretty big run here this morning. So let's look at that. Just saw it, see if it was maybe a 382 in here. Oh, there's something wrong now. They're doing something to me here. Hold on. Not right. Yeah, it's done nothing. Shucks.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direction. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direction.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direction.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, this is the gold market here on 13-minute chart over the last couple of days. There's Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then you can see here on the 26th, we pulled back to a 382 retracement here, and then we went up and made an ABCD, came down and tested it again, and then went up and made a new high. What I was doing, I was following the AI program during that time. As you can see, it did a pretty good job here, because there was your first high, or came in right here. There was the big bottom right there at your 382, which was a really good run. And of course, it went up to this level here and then pulled back. You can see it's been following pretty nicely during the whole thing. This last pullback that we had here in the gold market looks like it's exactly 618, or within a heartbeat of it for sure, within a half a dollar of it. So now we're heading up. What's important about the gold, if you look at the hourly chart, this is the key. There you go back. You want to see that hourly chart. There's our big secondary high here, December 12th. That's the one you want to be watching, because that high right here, down to that low right there, is going to take you up to the promised land, and we're almost there. 26.58. We're at $6 away. Does this look like it could be a very good pattern? I really believe it is. Now, you missed it here. You made a slightly higher high, haven't gone anywhere. So another high up in here. You don't have to risk very much. 26.58. You can put a $6 stop on it, and that would be one to pay attention. But we need to look at silver, because silver had been trying to make a significant bottom, as I recall. I haven't looked at it in a while. Let's use the March, because that's what I want to pay attention to. And it should be, hold on a second. Here, we're doing the same thing. There's where we are in silver. We're going to come back and look to see where we were on that big day way back here. Now, silver is the weaker than gold, so this is the one you want to be selling. You want to be selling the silver if it gets up here to 30.74. Your stop has to be above here, but that's the one I would be looking to sell. It's done nothing here over the last few days. We'll just blow it up. It's just a lot of support. I mean, no question about that. A lot of support coming in. There's just no selling. But right here is going to be the key level. I'm going to put that in the beeper right here, because we want to sell the weaker of the two. And it certainly is far weaker than the other one. Okay, we've got a question here about wheat. You know that I'm quite bullish wheat. And hold on one second. I'll get it up here so we're in the March wheat now. And that will be this one right here. And we'll put the daily up so we can see it clearly. The soybean meal is already moving, and that means that the wheat should be going too. You'll see there was the spot we were looking to be a buyer down here at 321. It's now 20 cents higher, looking pretty good right now. That's $1,000. Virtually no risk in here too at that point, because you see we bought it and went down a couple of, only went 4 cents against us. Didn't even take out this low. We were risking 8 cents, so this is acting pretty good right now, and it's starting. And I think we're seeing the same thing in the soybean meal, looking pretty good. And then, so since we're doing that, we need to look at the soybean. What's so good about these currencies? About the grains and oil seeds, folks. This is the soybean oil, which I still think has got a better chance to get after a little bit lower low. We need to get a little bit lower. The margin on these is virtually nothing compared to the S&P. S&P margin is 15,000. You know, the soybean oil is what, 1,900. You know, so you make 50% on soybean trade for $800, and you have to put up $1,900. But that's great leverage. Same thing in the meal. Meal's $2,200. It's already made $2,700. You know, and stop and think, 2,700. Yeah, that's only 26 points in the or 28 points in the S&P, but you don't see those kind of swings down or up. And if your business is trying to keep your chips to your vest, the best thing you want to do is go with the leverage that gives you the best bangs for the bucks. Even the bond market, as wild as it is, the margin on that is only around 3,200, and you control $100,000 worth of bonds for that price. So that's a pretty good risk reward ratio, dealing with the bonds. Okay, now last one I want to show you now, of course, is the Canadian dollar. Let's get it up here. I've been waiting for this for quite a while. I promised not to look at it today, and I don't know why I kept that promise, but we're going to look and see if it did what I hope it would do. Not yet, but it's getting close. Boy, it did. It stopped right at that 382, the last run. And you see, folks, it hasn't backed off at all. This tells you that U.S. dollar is really strong against the Canadian. Now, this is the first time that we're starting to see some lower tops in here, but right now, not much. This is where we were on the 22nd. Nothing really happened here. Looks like we made a slight, we did made a slight ABCD pattern right here. It looks like it's just about perfect, and now it's going back up again. So that's it. Now let's take a look at the euro. We got a few minutes here. First, we'll look at the yen because that's the one I really liked this morning. It was really bullish. It looked just so great. I wanted to get up here to show you. Here's where we were here early this morning. There's where we were coming in. You can see there's where we were back at 4 o'clock in the morning. And all we had here is just these runs here. Virtually no sell-off on these things. If you just moved over, you can see these were very, very shallow sell-offs this morning. And that's why it took off. Plus, if you looked at it with the AI, you can see it did a pretty good job of getting up there near the high. And that was pretty much it. It's just been going sideways, since that time. We got a request for a stock coming in, and that is TSM. Let's get this up here. 1 second. We're going to get this up here. There's a daily for, this is, I think it's Semiconductor or something like that. Taiwan Semiconductor. Okay, and they do a lot of those. Okay, here's where we are. The market's had a pretty big run up. Now we made a higher high today by just a little bit and didn't go anywhere right now. That could be your first time. And if you look at this on a short-term basis, which you certainly can do, is if you look at your AB equals CD pattern right in here, it says we should have come up to 207, and the high was 208.16, 207.71 with 208.16. It took out the previous high by 3 cents, and so this looks like it's ready to start down. So this is where you have to use options with these because that'll give you a good leverage. But your timing and options has to be perfect, folks, or not so good. Also with this Taiwan, you can see that we also made a little butterfly pattern. Now, if this were a little bit higher, it would have been a 3 drive, but because it was lower than that, that makes it a butterfly pattern, and that's what it looks like. This looks like you can have some pretty good legs to the downside. Stop and think, we're already $3 down on the day with still, more time proceeding. Okay, now those are the main ones that I wanted to ask, and I want to do one for myself. Oh, my favorite here is United Healthcare, and this is the one that the gentleman was murdered in, and they're finally getting a bounce here. This is what I'm looking at here for United Healthcare. Now, this used to be the most expensive thing in the Dow, and it's not. I believe now it is. I don't know if Meta's in there or not. I think it's Microsoft. Let me double check. No, it's not Softy because Softy's not doing that well. Well, what am I talking about? Not doing well. It's going to the moon like everything else. No, see, Softy's backed off quite a bit here. I'm thinking of Meta because Meta has been the most expensive stock of the ones we look at, but it is not in the Dow. I don't believe. No, it wouldn't be. No. And this is where we are with Softy. All right, let's take a break here. 877-927-6648.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, folks, a few minutes ago, remember the Russell went off and went above the 382 again here at 22.95, and as you can see now, it's backed off 6 or 7 points. That's very little. That's only $300, but the fact that it can't go splashing through there with a lot of power, you would think it would be able to do it. Look how it went above the old high like this. That was easy, but not so much. That's a little 3 drive to a top pattern. Looking at this on a smaller time frame, you'll be able to see it. Oh, I think we can. Let's move it up here. Yep, oh, doesn't really show. There it is right here. No, it's, yeah, well, let's try 30 minutes because it's not going to do on the hourly. Let's see. There it is right here. We should be able to see this right here. There it is. There's drive 1, drive 2, and this is drive 3. Very, very poor symmetry, but that's what you're looking at here as you're paying attention to that. So I don't trade the Russell very often. I mean, that's the understatement of the year. Basically, look at the YM and the S&P. I trade the NASDAQ not very often. Boy, I got to have everything lined up with the NASDAQ to do it because it's a little too crazy for me. And I don't like crazy. I like easy peasy. Okay, let's get this out of the way here. By the way, folks, tomorrow's my live trading day. If you want to subscribe, go to Jacob at TFNN.com. It's from 9 o'clock until 12 o'clock New York time. 9 till 12 New York time, live trading. We do a couple of these every month, the 2nd and 4th Fridays of the month. So if you can do that, try to do that. And also, we're in the holidays. Do as much as you can for your relatives and friends that need help, because a lot of folks out there are not having it too easy. And you want to try to make their lives a little bit better if you possibly can. So that's what we're watching. So live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and we'll see you tomorrow after we do the live trading. It'll be a happy Friday, and the last day of the month of December, I believe, the last Friday in December. Hey, we'll be right back tomorrow, folks, so stay tuned.